Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion, and if you are new here, welcome. This is where I share my creative process, how I play with texture, and you'll get into the inside of my mind as to how I think and feel about how I create pieces. So if that's what you're interested in, then you're in the right place. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the beginning stages of my new commission, which is a Hawaiian beach theme, which is laying here on my table. And I'm just going to be showing you my process of how I started to where I got to. Let's get into it.
So the substrate I'm using in this project is called Marmox, and the length is 1.25 centimeters, and I've cut it down to just under 40 centimeters. So here I am dividing the board up with my pencil into thirds. So ideally what I want is the sky at the top, and then the ocean in the middle, and the beach at the bottom. Once I was happy with my pencil drawings, I went over it again with some chalk. I put it up on the mantelpiece so I could have a little look from a distance and make sure that the proportions of my drawing were correct. But as you can see, I did something really silly. Let's see if you can work it out what I did. In fact, you'll hear me later on. Have a listen. Let's try that again, shall we? There you go.
Hey folks, okay, so I think I have my design sorted. So got the palm trees there to the left. That's going to be the vibrant sunset there, the horizon, and then we've got the water in the middle, beach at the bottom. I've moved the positions of the stones a few times. So I've decided I'm going to put one there that's kind of just in front of the ocean, and a couple there to the right, and then we have a big, either a rock or a bit of land over there to the right. So, sorry, the writing is a little bit, it's kind of obscuring my design a little bit, but hopefully you can see where I'm going with this. And the horizon is not meant to be completely horizontal, it's slightly off center, so it's a bit shorter at that end. It kind of slopes down a little bit down there, so it's larger at that end than it is there, because the references, the photographic references that I had were taken in that way, and I quite liked that kind of composition. So yeah, so this is where I'm at, and I'm figuring out where I'm going to start. I'm thinking about starting here with the sun, just to a certain extent, because then obviously we got this in the foreground. So whether I should start there or there, might have to start here actually with the palm trees, and then go on to the sun in the background and work my way down the board. Yeah, but this is how it's looking. Let's see how I go. I made a little progress. As you can see, I have a tree. My first tree is in. I have got 3 trees, as you probably saw in the previous video. The other 2 are there. So my aim today is to finish this tree, this middle tree. And if I can, I will go for the 3rd tree, but I'm not really banking on doing that. I think I'm just going to focus on just doing this middle tree. I'll be happy if I do that today. I've had a few things I've had to do, so it's late in the afternoon. I don't normally start my work this late, but because of previous commitments I had to attend to, I'm starting now, which is around 5:30, something like that, coming up to 6 o'clock. So I'll probably do about an hour or so, and then and put my tools down and just chill out for a minute. All right, so I'm going to show you how I created this palm tree look, and the actual tiles that I'm using, and also how I'm figuring out what I'm doing up here. All right, so let's get into this.
Right, so I apologise in advance. I haven't actually shown you the glass, but I have a selection of scrap brown glass, and I've cut these into small tiny pieces, about 1 centimetre, and I've cut them into triangular shapes and just laying them one on top of the other. You'll see later on in the video exactly how I've arranged the tiles.
So as you can see, I have made a lot of progress up here. Well, a bit of progress. I won't say a lot of progress. So I've worked on this 2nd palm tree, and I'm just now figuring out whether to bring a branch up here somewhere, sort of like between these branches. When I pan back, it doesn't really need that much, but I'm thinking maybe I should just do maybe 1 going up there, and I do have 1 more tree to do, which you're probably not going to see much going on over there anyway. So now I'm just thinking, do I actually need this 3rd tree, because it's going to get lost around here. I don't know if it's going to be read properly, so the only way to probably deal with that is to have a tree that's maybe here, that's kind of like further in the distance, and the branches coming out there. I think that's maybe the way to deal with that, because here it's just gonna, it's just gonna get lost in here. You're not gonna see what's going on over there. So as you can hear, I'm working things out as I am talking. So I think I'm gonna go up here and do a line up here, and then probably put this whole board up on the mantelpiece again, and have a look from afar and see if I need to add that 3rd tree. Okay, so I am back. just taking a look at this mosaic from a distance, and I've removed some of the tiles up here because they just didn't read right. It was just getting a bit too busy, and I've repositioned a couple of branches here. So I'm probably going to do one more here in the middle. I quite like these gaps here, so I'm going to keep these gaps in there. This is where the my fixing is for when I actually install the mosaic, so these will be covered. This space will be covered, but everywhere else, so just going to be one more line here, just kind of taking it over. And as I said before, this tree here, I'm going to take out this tree and probably do something a bit different here. I'm thinking, I don't know, something that's bending, or maybe going off the board, or perhaps bringing in a tree over here just for a bit of interest and balance, because once the whole mosaic is finished, it's just going to have green on that side, and then probably, well, there's not much green over here. So I'm just thinking about balance at this stage, and wondering if I should put a tree over there or a tree over there. Decisions, eh? I am thinking a tree over here, actually. I'm a 3 person. I like to do things in 3s. As you can see, 1, 2, 3. Even the sections, we got 1, 2, 3 sections as well. So that's why I had the 3. So, what am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna mull on it a little bit more, and maybe start on another section whilst I'm thinking about it. I'll be back.
Well, I decided to continue with the third tree in the relatively the same area, but instead of it going straight up, I did decide to curve it slightly to the right, and it's kind of underneath the other 2 trees. So in the next couple of clips you will see exactly what I've done.
The sun has come out right on time. So now that my trees are done, have a look at this stock that I've got here, that I've got together. My favorite colors, some of them, some oranges, some deep oranges. In fact, you can't even see the colors, the sun is shining so brightly. So I had a little idea, which I'm going to test out first before I actually do it on here, but I'm gonna use pigmented adhesive rather than just laying these flat and grouting it, because I think I really want to keep this vibrant color
on the piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my pigment. I've just ordered it. I'm going to mix it up with cement adhesive. I'll probably have to do a couple of testers, and then use that as the glue to stick these down so I don't have to grout these afterwards. You'll see the yellow. So I've got some of these. These are African beads that I'm going to add into the background as well, and some smalty as well, which I'm going to cut up. So it's going to be quite textured, or it will have texture in amongst it, but not quite textured, but you'll have texture in amongst it. But I want to, just do something a little bit different. Cannot wait to use the glass, really. Okay, I'll be back. So I decided against the adhesive, as I did a test and it didn't really come out as well as I expected it to. So I decided I'm going to just stick these tiles down onto the board and I'll grout as normal, but I'll probably use a pigmented grout. Let's take a look at my table and see the progress. As you can see, I've done quite a bit since that last clip you saw. I'm hoping today to finish here behind the trees, and I'll probably get as far as there because I don't have much time left for the day. And then the next day, tomorrow, hopefully I'll work on a little bit more. I want to try and finish all the rest of it by the weekend, but we shall see. It's a big ask for me this weekend, lots going on, so we'll see how that works. But yeah, this is how it's looking. But go a little bit closer, you'll see each individual piece, and as you can see, I have decided to just stick each piece of glass down. When I did my mock-up, which I'm going to just grab now, hold on a second, I did a couple. Here they are, my little mock-ups. These two are quite similar in colour. I mixed the colours, but I wasn't really feeling it, to be fair. I think it just looked unfinished and not very good. So I decided, right, I'm going to stick it down and actually grout it in the similar colour. Probably this colour. Actually, no, it'd be that colour for this area here, the brighter one, and then here will be a deeper red pigment, that is. So yeah, that's where I've got to so far. All right, let me get into it and see how far I can get. Oh, now that the sun is shining, I thought I'd capture how far I have got with this sunset. Completed all the way up there. Now it's going into a bit of shadow all the way to here, and I have that much left to do, right to the end where that rock is. That's it. So I'd say from about this area here, it's taken me, from there onwards, it's taken me a good part of the day, so probably around 3 or 4 hours to just do that section there. Put my hand there, my dry hands. So I'm probably looking at another couple of hours to finish this section here. I want to try and see if I can get these rocks in here as well, or this rock. I'm thinking of doing like a dark green here, and then a lighter, and then the lightest in the front. I'll see how that goes, but yeah, it's looking good. And then I can start the ocean. All right, I'll be back. Guess what, guys? I have finished the whole of the sky. It is done. And I decided on this gorgeous greeny, earthy moss. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just gorgeous glass as the rock or the stone or the piece of land at the end. Once this whole piece is finished, you'll see that how it blends in with the horizon. Yeah, so I'm going to put this up on the mantelpiece so you can see it in its entirety, because it's difficult to show you the whole thing here. But yeah, I'm very, very pleased with how it's turned out, and cannot wait to get started on the ocean. Okay, let's stand this up. Well, that brings me to the end of this video, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Please do leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of it, and don't forget to put your notification on so you're aware of the next video that comes up, where I'll be working on this again. And press the link somewhere on this page to watch some other of my videos. Alright, take care until next time.